Hey guys and gals and everyone else on the spectrum. Uh, Yesterday was Free Comic Book Day here. I got them early. Had to review the copy, everything, and got them Tuesday. Had to post everything by Thursday, Friday afternoon. You can go to comicsbeat.com. Just look at Free Comic Book Day. You'll see my reviews there. Read it or leave it is the name of the series. So here it is, all 54 copies, all of them rag, all of them going to the storage. Your store might still have copies. Ask them nicely. I know it's Sunday, but hey. And I don't know if you probably still have available Mile High Comics out of Denver, by the way. Good stuff. German chocolate. Multi flavors. This one's peppermint. Side note. Do you ever think like plants realized, hey, this carbon dioxide we're getting from these bipeds over here, man, it ranks. Why don't we produce some flavorings? We can make their, I think, eat, and maybe it'll make their breath smell better. So they give us peppermint, spearmint, cinnamon, you know, just so that carbon dioxide we're producing. Tastes, smells, tastes a little bit better, right? Anyway, so Free Comic Book Day. Mile High was offering packs, 100 packs. That was the limit. Normally, it's a fundraiser. This year, it was a fundraiser for them because they're probably hurting as much as everybody else is. Limit to 100, all the comics. And then if you go online, usually after Free Comic Book Day, a lot of the online retailers will offer them for sale. Usually about $1 piece, I think. Anyway, so if you need them, go that way. A lot of them too. A lot of the publishers will put free copies. So maybe Comixology. But anyway, here's a box of comics. So I'm going to put that in there. Hopefully, I should probably check first. This is interesting, right? The Marvel, the Avengers Initiative. I think this is what subscribers get. It's shrink wrapped like that. This is a one shot. Let me just look this up. Atlantis, Sotomayor. Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe is a comic book prequel to the Avengers film. Yeah. Yep, Ron Lim, who's a journeyman artist. I mean, he's been drawing comics for as long as I've been collecting them, 40 plus years. But just a moment here, we'll go to the Marvel Cinematic Universe wiki. So it's written bag. At a secret U.S. naval base in an undisclosed location, the SHIELD helicarrier is moored in the harbor overnight. Meanwhile, a mysterious masked figure clad in black tactical gear swims up to the hull and boards the helicarrier through the vessel's bilge pumps. Kind of like a reverse Shawshank Redemption. Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, so let's see if that fits here. It's going to be tight. Let me try it. I wrapped up those comics as best I can. What else do we got here? We got some stuff here from August 2012. Early. Well, not early, because I think this is like the second generation of New 52. So here we have GI Combat. The War That Time Forgot rages on. Oh, yeah, that's what the dinosaurs, right? Batman Incorporated #1. Good series. Morrison, of course. More. Oh, here's another whatchamacallit, explicit content. Definitely shrink wrap that baby. Fury, my war gone by. And it's Pavlov Low Ridge. Yeah. Here we have Life with Archie number 3, series 3, Mallory, which I have not read. Oh, this is number 2 of 4. What a play of that Archie. Saucer Country, which is an interesting series. Paul Cornell, again, another good writer. I liked his British Batman. Wonder Woman number 7. Yeah, May 2012. Yeah. Red Hood Outlaws, Nightwing, the other Robin. Stormwatch. Again, these are early Swamp Thing number 10. Good series. Animal Man, also good series. Also very, very graphic, disturbing, especially when they team up against the Gray. One thing they did well in there was they added a few other universes. This is old. So I'm going to sidestep the older titles here. We'll end up with that. Here we have Iron Man number 10. Oh, Iron Man 2.0 number 10. It'd be fun if they just numbered each of the series that way. Like Iron Man 1.5 would be the Iron Man that follows Tales of Suspense, was it? You know. What do we got here? More Marvel stuff. So, Avengers Origins, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Sibling Rivalry. I don't know if they've ever done that subtitle. Here we go. Vengeance. Limited series. And of course, let's scroll. Secret Avengers. That was a nice series. Oops. Mighty Tannerus. Sorry, it's no longer Matt. Sorry, guys. Free issue, so I'm not all right. That's okay. Those are old. Anything newer to look at here? Yeah. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. The TARDIS Doctor. Didn't know I had lyrics, did you? Sure, that's flat the correct way. And then we have All-Star Western, which of course is a very cool Jonah Hex. Moratot. He draws women so amazingly well. This is less sexy, but I've seen his more adult stuff. Oh, so cute. Earth 2, number 2, The Unwritten. If you like Harry Potter or want something even more meta, try this. Great covers by Yuko Shimizu. Diaries for Hero by China Meeble. Very good. Scout. I don't know what he's written on. Red Lanterns number 10. You know, the angry. Eye of Vampire. Now, I will say this. DC did try a variety of genres. Problem is they were all in the DC universe. So Eye of Vampire doesn't work. Firestorm was interesting. They created a nice little sub-universe there of different firestorms from different countries. Here we have the Savage Hawkman. Oh, he fell. There we go. There's his feet. Excuse me. All sorts of junk floating around down here. That's not gonna work. That's older. That's older. Blah blah blah. So Savage. DC's immortal villain. Birds of Prey. I'm reading these backwards on the screen. Catwoman. Captain Atom. That's an interesting series there. Challengers of the Unknown. And Shade. Ooh, this Shade. Wow. James Robinson. I don't know how that ties into the previous, the Vertigo-ish Starman they did. Or if that's part of the New 52 universe, I don't know. I don't care. Shade, Unwritten, more Doctor Who, yeehaw. Doctor Who Fairy Tales. Doctor Who. Have they ever done Doctor Who series spinoffs with the villains like Davros or the Master? Justice League Dark, Flash, and Blackhawks. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's just see if there's anything else around here. Oh, yes. Yes. Here we have Comic Book Comics number 6, Final Issue, Comics of the Future. Nice little history of comics. Where do they end? I believe they have collected that. Highly recommended. Ooh, that's here we have Smoke and Mirrors, which I believe is about a magician who winds up. So it's a magician, a stage magician, who gets sent to a world that runs on magic. But again, because you need magic, you don't need stage magic. So he has a type of magic, basically illusion, that nobody else knows about or is familiar with. There we go again. All right, that's okay. So now, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Now we get into comics that were made probably before you were born. Mint and chocolate. Mid-Ohio Con. Program Guide, 1994 edition. So on the copy, we have John Byrne's Babe. This is the 15th anniversary edition, actually, of the Break Comic Con. Doesn't exist anymore, fortunately. Or maybe it was reborn. We have Bone. We have Yarn Man from Mega Man. Gru, more later on him. And Wasaji issue. So there's the program guide. We got the nice little comic. Sponsored by Central City Comics. I don't know if they still exist. Columbus, Ohio. And I believe they always did their there's the entire convention. I believe they always did their convention the week before or the week of. Thanksgiving. So eventually, Saturday events. No Friday. Nope, no Friday. Doors open. Quick draw. Featuring, get this now, 1994 we're talking about. Matt Feasel, Jim Valentino, Ernie Steiner, Stan Sakai, Larry Marder, Jeff Smith, John Byrne, Don Simpson. Artists faced off in a sketching matches as they take suggestions from the audience for subject matter recreated in front of your eyes. And of course, the sketches are available for sale later. Donations going, money to go to benefit the CBLDF. Treating your collectibles for disaster, deconstructive comics, or destroying old heroes to make room for new ones. Mid-Ohio Con Mad with Dick DiBartolo, who was basically, he was editor? I don't know if he was editor head writer, I guess you could say, showrunner maybe, in the TV sense, of Mad Magazine in the 70s and 80s. How to Break into Comics. Introducing Usagi Ojimbo. Tony's Tips Live. Tony Isabella. Great guy. Charity auction at 5:30. Dealer room, guest rooms close at 6. Costume dance party, first floor, 8 o'clock. That's Saturday. Sunday, doors open at 10. CD-ROM Comics, Comics Online. We're not in 1994 here, folks. How will the information superhighway? When's the last time that was used? Affect comics. Our online services such as CompuServe America Online and Internet, the future of the industry. What about comics on CD-ROM? Looking to the future of electronic comics in this entertaining panel. Cheryl Harris, Pat Gary, John Edkin. For all our heroes, natural-born killers, look at violence in comics. Self-publishing pitfalls and practices. What are your publishing options? Women in comics. Cheryl Harris, Barbara Kessel, Louise Simonson. That's a pretty good bet for just 3 women in comics. That's not bad. Followed by Publisher's Progress at 2:30. Jim Valentino, Barbara Kessel, Rich Hernandez, Matt Hawkins, Larry Martyr. And then at 5 o'clock, the show closes. Next show, 1995, is November 25th and 26th, which would be probably Thanksgiving. Next Men Jacket. Yeah, I don't know what those are worth now. Special guests. Sergio Aragones. Just drop the mic there. 5. Just do a whole show. Wow. What if you did a Comic-Con? We just had one guest on. Here's your Hall of Fame guest. This is the Hall of Fame Comic-Con. Yeah, we'll have other things going on. But there's only one comics guest. And he's our Hall of Famer. Like Sergio Aragones. I want you to do 3 panels a day. Whatever you want to do. Daryl Banks, John Byrne, Dick DiBartolo, Dick Giordano, Tony Isabella, Joe Gisco, Larry Martyr, William Edison Lobes, Paul Pope, Pete Craig Russell, Stan Sakai, Louise Simonson, Walter Simonson, Don Simpson, Jeff Smith, who of course is local, Stephen Scott, Bo Smith, Chris Sprouse. There's your sketch cover right there. Roger Stern, Jim Valentino, Mark Wade. Bernie writes, and we're still going. Wait, there's more. That's the special guests. How many of these guys, how many of these creators are future Hall of Famers? I'm not already Hall of Famers. Then we have feature guests, like Pat Block, Kevin Dooley, Matt Feasel, Bob Ingersoll, Barbara Kessel, Steve Lieber. Publishers, cartoon books, comic stores, CompuServe, DC Comics, Arklers, Diamond, Extreme Studios, Fiasco, FB Beach Cards, London Night Studios, RIK Comics, Sirius, and Sky Comics. Charity auction in memory of Don Thompson. Oh. Time machine, right? Time machine bucket list. People went because, one, it was easy to travel from New York, and I think from Chicago too. Plus, you had a lot of people who were living in Ohio. So it was their local regional con. And it was Thanksgiving. And it was Saturday and Sunday. It wasn't Thursday and Friday because, you don't compete with Thanksgiving. You don't compete with shopping. It was like, okay, what else are we going to do? We're here with the kids. Let's go to Comic-Con. And a nice small one, too. Did you see that map? It's like an awesome hotel. Where was that hotel? Where was this actually staged? Convention map. Hyatt Regency Columbus. Franklin Room, Delaware Room, Union Room. Those are the 2 big ones. Roger Price. What happened to him? I know. Anyway, next here, we have Warp Graphics Annual #1. Giant Size First Issue. Unicorn Isle, PandaCon, Thunder Bunny, Captain Obese, Myth Adventures, Blood of the Innocent, Distant Soil, and of course, ElfQuest. And this is all in color, so I'm going to show you a rare Distant Soil in color. Wow. Who did the coloring on this, I wonder? Catherine Mayer. Mark Panaha did the lettering. Oh my. It's in sex scene at the end. And so, yeah, I bought it because there are a lot of good creators on it. Here we have Electric Safety from A to Zap, Con Edison. Not Ready Kilowatt. Culver Publications, 250 West 57th Street, New York City, 10015. Copyright 1972 by Consumers Power Company. I'm sure somebody out there could tell me who did that art. Very straightforward. Looks almost like he's a. Doesn't that look like an underground comic though? Tune in, turn on, drop out. Yeah, man. Zap it to me. Here we have Oni Double Feature number 8. Why do I have this? Aside from having a cool cover with a octopus or squid fighting a werewolf. Why? Because it's Neil's Game and Only the End of the World Game, Part 3, adapted by P. Craig Russell. With artwork by Troy Nixie and lettering by Sean Connett. It's a Neil Gaiman comic. Don't know if it's been collected elsewhere. But hey, how's that? And there's also a, I should know this artist by, can't think of names, Tom Hart. Tom Hart story on the back of it. Of course, not mint condition, but readable. And hopefully they've collected elsewhere. Now we have a great series. Definitely. Omnibus, single copies. However you can get this. Graphic albums, trade paperbacks. Read Gru the Wanderer. Here's the Marvel version, Marvel/Epic. Before that, it was Pacific Comics. Then I think it was Dark Horse, an Image. I don't know, but yeah, this is Volume 2, 1985. And of course, it's Sergio Aragonés, Mark Evanier, Stan Sakai. And I'm missing one person, I'm sure. Tom Luth colors, right? God, look at that. That's insane. Oh, it's a gorilla cover too. That's even better. But again, I binge read these. A friend gave me a whole run of it. Dial H for Hero, the original series. Venture Comics, actually, number 479. Great idea. You dial a really good idea because you dial this special dial, and you become a superhero. And here you got 2 kids, each have a dial. One has a watch, one has the dial. And of course, what happens is you become a hero for an hour. Random hero. You don't get to choose. Where do those heroes come from? We don't know. Oh, here's a house of sad with Wonder Woman. Find the patriarchy with cupcakes. The chocolate baron, a crook whose love of chocolatey goodness has led him to monopolize everything chocolate he could control. The fiend. Oh, there's a good special. There's a good sound effect. Use good sound effects. And here's a weird bit of weirdness. Somebody in the story is reading a copy of the new Teen Titans. How the heck does that work? We don't know. I don't care. Doodar. Silver Fog. Oh, hey. This is why I bought it. Okay. Dial H for Hero. Of course, you got to create these heroes. So what do? You say, hey, fans, readers, send us your suggestions. If we use it, we'll give you a free t-shirt. Wow. Bum, bum, bum. The silver fog rolls in, and read that fine print. Silver fog was created by Harlan Ellison, age 46. Culver Oaks? Sherman Oaks, California. That's why I buy it. Harlan Ellison wrote for Creed and Severe. See, here we go. Now you can dial H for Heroes. Send your suggestions for heroes, heroines, villains, furniture, fashions, and story ideas, plus the completed form to dial H for Hero, blah, 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 Rockefeller Center, blah, blah, blah. What is your name? Address? How old are you? Do you have school you go to? Do you have any brothers, sisters? How old are you? How old are they? Do you have any pets? What are their names? Favorite sports? Favorite interests? This is like a internet password, social engineering thing. What was the school you attended? What's your mother's maiden name? Do you have a copy of your house key? Trace it in this box. Please include a recent photos. Everyone whose ideas you use will win one of these exciting Dial H t-shirts. Stories of this issue, To Save the World, was written by Marv Wolfman with art by Carmine Infantino and Larry Malstead. The Red Death was by Wolfman, Infantino, and Dennis Jensen. The Silver Fog rolls in. Wolfman, Infantino, and Jensen. Jack C. Harris, editor. And here are your, yeah. And they give credits too. Here's all the heroes. Boom. And their creators. Do you think they get a if somebody uses these like in the next Suicide Squad movie or whatever, do you think they get like participation money? Hey, we used your creation here. Yeah, here's $5. Now, I don't know. This is even better than a Whalers comp. Could you guys go up to somebody and say, hey, Monty Wilson, can you autograph this issue for me? Oh, comics, those were the days. Ooh, here we have comics interview. David Anthony Kraft, recently departed, greatly missed. Number 31, Frank Miller's Dark Knight. I don't need the first 2 volumes of the magazine was collected. Nothing but Batman. Now that is a good cut. That is a good ad for Eclipse. Southern Nights graphic novel. What happened to Southern Nights? Jackson Geese. Anyway, but as I was saying, comics interview, the volumes, collected volumes, came out a few years ago. I'd say 10 years ago now. I got them in hardcover. They are just a trove of stuff because it's just interviews, really. Here's Cheval Noir, issue 40. This is Dark Horse. Atomic Weenie caricatures. Mobius, Rick Geary, the lost autobiography of J. Edgar Hoover by Rick Geary. Oh boy. Man from Seguri. Wow, talk about here's your Mobius coloring book. Awesome. J. Edgar Hoover, page 2. At last, in print, the lost autobiography of J. Edgar Hoover. On his mother, she was a superb scientific woman. On fighting crime, there's a time to stop talking and pull out a firearm. On collectivism, I suspected it was on the up and up. On John and Robert Kennedy, to be honest, I have little use for either of them. On his friend, Clyde Tolson, I recall we spent one summer in the Poconos. On wiretapping secret files. I couldn't see what the fuss was about. On life, death, and beyond, there's somebody or something out there that I'm certain. Soon in bookstores everywhere. Leaping Fish Press. Now, I'm going to go Google this. Because I know there was a J. Edgar Hoover biography done, graphic novel. Biography, J. Edgar Hoover. I wonder what the J stood for. We'll find out in a moment. Hasman. See, a graphic biography. No, there it is. Yeah, he did it. This was Novel Graphics, I believe. FSG. Oh, that's loading. How bad is your first name would be? You have to use Edgar instead. John. Really? John Edgar Hoover. Maybe there was a John in his family. So do you think they called him Eddie? Yeah, yep, he did it. 2008. Yeah, Helen Wang. Okay, and you can get it for $13.88. Plenty of copies available. Or go to your library. They might have a copy lying around. What else we got here? Sea Monsters and Superheroes. Scott Mills. I'm going to take it out of the bag. This is Slave Labor Graphics. Issue number 1. Why is it in a bag? I don't know. It's not really, it doesn't look like a mature copy. I bought it for $3, which is cover price. Whoa. Sea Monsters and Superheroes? Well, it's very alt. Oh, it actually uses some screens in there. That's interesting. I don't see that too often in comics. So I don't know what's going on here. This is a lot of talking. So it's probably indie superheroes and villains, maybe some philosophy thrown in. Somebody read it and tell me. Here we have Walt Kelly's Springtime Tales. Yes, I'm a fan of Walt Kelly ever since I read that first Pogo collection. So whenever they would reprint, Eclipse would reprint his Peter Wheat stories. Just look at that. I don't know if that would go, if libraries would be curious, interested in that. But then we have the animated art of Jack Bradbury. Ace Comics presents from June 1987. They were out of Bethany, Oklahoma. Ron France, editor and publisher. Stuff done in during the war, mostly. 46, 48. Funny Animal Comics. So, hey, let's see. Just scanning his biography here. Yeah, I went to work for Disney. Okay, so Google him. Disney animator. Good comics, of course. Which other? Oh, speaking of not free comics, dollar comics. Peanuts. Premiere issue, number 1, $1. It's, of course, not bad. Fun stories, I guess. At least I know. Okay, that's The New Humans, The Shattered Earth Chronicles. How's that for fan service? This is Eternity Comics. Why did I get it? I don't know. Paul O'Connor, Kevin Van Hook, Jimmy Palmiotti, inker. I guess that's one thing about being an inker. You can always say, yeah, well, I can only work with the pencils I got. Here we have Captain Quick and a Foozle. Number 2. I think I did number 1 a few months ago. Don't know how I got a copy of this, but hey, you gotta admit that's pretty good art. Yeah, gallery's not too bad either. Anything goes. Number 3, $2. Book about comics? No, not a book. A magazine about comics. From Fantagraphics. But it's comics instead of criticism. Yeah. You got Captain Jack. Let me see. The Purchasers Clearinghouse. Howard Cruz, he is missed. That's a 2-pager. Wow, let's look at that. Here, look at that artwork and that lettering. Yep, Captain Jack. And here's another one. Not only does he write, draw, letter, color. Oh no, he didn't do the music. That was Marty Lyons. But here you go. Sing along. It's like V for Vendetta, but better. Purchasers Clearinghouse. It's famous east to west, and it helps us Americans read all the magazines that we like best. But the thing that really turns me on is the sweet success they hold that I know will someday change my life to a life of solid gold. Oh yeah, this is like 5 pages. Whoa. This is a musical comic. It's got 5, 3, 4. 4 verses? 4 or 5 verses? God bless you, Howard Cruz. Give me that might have. Nothing else. That's probably the reason I bought it. Here we have Whack. Ted Richards cover, excuse me. Oh my. Check out that cover. And Leah. Mike Friedrich, Star Reach. Anything by Star Reach is worth a pickup. One of the early creator-owned publishers out there. Don't know what Mike Friedrich is doing nowadays. I bought this because, again, it's a news comic. It's a news magazine about comics. Well, this is number 1. There. What else we have? Snarf. Kitchen Sink Press. Holmes, Miller, Warden, Cruz. Ooh. Carrot Towns by Rand Holmes. Basement Man. Latex Sucks. Mr. Ned, the Talking Deer Monster. Fundamentalism by D. Warden. California by R.L. Crabb. The Teeny Tiny Comics Company presents from Brooke Sauls. P.S. Mueller, which people have seen. If you want to draw angry cartoons, get him. And then we have, Matt's Joe Man. I don't know what he's up to. Run quite a few bridges with his autobiocomics, which is fun. It's cool. My Auntie Moo watches the TV news. Good stuff. Your collection, all around collection of indie cartoonists. And we have Ultimate Hawkeye #4. I don't know what made him ultimate. Maybe he killed people. See, there's a good picture of him. Oh, there he is. That looks like Wonder Man, doesn't he? Image Plus again. Ooh, and it's embossed. That's nice. #1. Again, doing this a sketch cover, but don't dry on that because it's glossy. Oh, and there's your negative. And what this is, oh wait, there's an Image Fan Club member. Yes, I want to join the Image Fan Club. You can win dinner for two with Spawn creator Todd McFarlane. But what this is basically a handbook of all the creators. Your book, maybe? I guess Jim Lee. Todd McFarlane, Robert Fell, Jim Lee, Eric Larson, Jim Valentino. A lot of, wow. Oh no, J. Scott Campbell did the caricatures now. That's nice. For example, Mark Silvestri. It's not a glossy, sorry about that. Louis Potasio, Brett Booth, and this Jeffrey Campbell Scott. Dun dun dun! Yeah, you know his full name. Joe Scioto, James Scott Clark. These ones in the back don't have pictures, just got one page. Dan Frog, Alex Gardner, Mike Grell. Poor Mike Grell. It's like, yeah, Rob Friedel, he has images. Mike Grell. Keith Giffen, they get just one page and no pictures. Because their birthdays on here. That's pretty cool. Mike Heisler, Murat Michaels, Danny Mickey, Tom Orzakowski, Brian Murray, Norm Rotwell, Scott Williams, Chance Wolf. So, yeah. And now we have Sweet 16. By Barbara Slate, and I think 1, 2, and 3. Marvel trying to do comics outside of superhero comics. So, teen romance set in the Roman Empire. And then we have Angel Love, which was, again, DC doing, not Vertigo, but it's alternative comics. You know? Young woman, new in the city. Here's an example. So I guess it's kind of a sitcom in a way. Just a moment here. Yep, Sculpture, yeah, just Disney, DC Comics. They could reprint if they wanted. I don't know if it would work as one of their YA titles. And then Acquaintance, Martha Thomas's, who at the time, okay, this is Dakota North Investigations. This is part of the Marvel Universe. They could do a miniseries if they wanted, TV series. She covers fashion. Martha Thomas's, though, what's interesting is that, well, she's an investigator, yeah. This one they're dealing with fashion. Not many superheroes. Well, there might be a few cameos here and there. But Martha Thomas's, at the time, was the publicist? Was in the publicity department for DC Comics. Nice lady. She's retired, of course, but glad to know her. Always nice to see her at conventions. So there you have it, folks. Stuff from about 10 years ago, the early, excuse me, New 52. And then a lot of indie comics, alternative comics from the mid-'80s. some of those, well, if they're in that box, it means I didn't buy them then. I bought them now because back then I was just buying Marvel. I didn't really have much money for anything else, although that changed. Because then I discovered Concrete and Bean World and Neil the Horse. So, hope you enjoyed that. There's some, stuff you don't see very often or at all. We don't talk about it much. Hope you enjoyed that. It's not 45 minutes, so I'm going to call it a show. Again, you're having a wonderful summer. I know some of you guys are probably going back to school soon. Mask up, be safe, get your vaccinations. I know I had to when I started junior high. Boosters, thankfully. Of course, I've been getting shots weekly. It's for allergies, so vaccinations, no big deal. What was the big deal was a doctor grabbing my balls and telling me to cough. Don't know what that was about, but hey, at least the nurse was cute. The nurse didn't do it though. Yeah, we won't go there because I would have been a teenager at the time. Anyway, so yeah, and I probably should get another physical done probably at some point. So anyway, we'll be having a safe summer. Hope it was a good summer. Fall, winter, God, who knows what's happening. But anyway, keep reading comics. It's always good escapist, fun, and you do it inside with the TV off, internet off. So anyway, I hope you see me soon. Until then, have fun, read more comics. Good night.